A family escapes their collapsing home. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because this is a concerning video that we're going to be discussing today. Now, in the past we have been discussing many of the construction issues here in Australia, and particularly, well, what I call the Triangle of Fail down in Sydney, all of the multi-res constructions that had defect after defect, disaster after disaster. Just have a look at the construction playlist on the channel here and you can see that. Now, I made the argument that the apartment market, particularly in Sydney, but in a lot of Australia, overheated. We had a lot of foreign investment, we had a lot of demand, a significant amount of construction going up, a significant proportion of GDP just deployed in this sector. And of course, when you've got an overheating market, that's when you have defects, issues, cutting corners, and just not enough time to do the job properly. Look at what's happening in Mascot Towers. It's still an ongoing disaster, and it's really quite sad for the people that are bought in there. Imagine if you were one of the last ones to sell before that all happened. Boy. And, well, one concern I put forward is, would we see that same level of corner cutting and potential disasters in the residential sector coming from the home builder over stimulus of the housing sector? Now, one advantage of having detached housing is that if there's an issue, it's one house. You don't have 80 people that all have to come together in a body corporate to decide to demolish your whole apartment and sell on the remains to someone else, which is essentially impossible. But, well, let's have a look at this situation here, because this is a real disaster, and thankfully no one has died in this situation. So a young family is lucky to be alive after narrowly escaping when they were awoken in the middle of the night when their home suddenly collapsed. So in the middle of the night, and their home just collapsed. Fire crews were called to the property on Norman Street in Condell Park in Sydney's West at 4:30 a.m. on Friday after reports the two-story home had crumbled down. And you can have a look at here. Look at that. At the damage that they've got there. So what's that, a support at the corner that gave way? What? We'll have to keep going through the article, but shit. Imagine waking up to that, guys. A woman, her partner, is it partner or husband? I hate this partner shit. Anyway, and their young child had been sleeping when they were awoken to find, or when they woke to find the ceiling was beginning to cave in. As the house began to shake, the family fled to the streets. Photographs taken from the scene show the roof of the home slanted towards the ground with visible damage to the walls. I mean, oh no. The structure had completely caved in, with cars buried beneath the rubble under the weight of most of the second story of the home. Building materials were seen jutting out at all angles, making it difficult to work out what triggered the building to crumble. Loose electrical wires were also seen poking out from the ceiling, and the scene was taped off with yellow caution tape. Well, you have to. I mean, that you don't know what's... At this stage, you don't know if it's going to collapse anymore, what else is going on there, if the whole building is going to come over, where the structural issue is. It looks like something, a corner support gave way, or... The couple, who had been renting the home, were sleeping in a room above the garage and managed to rescue their 3 pets before the home collapsed. It's understood the 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom home was only constructed last year and had been listed for rent at $1,150 per week in November 2022. So $1,000, over $1,000 a week, and it's collapsing. So, built in 2022. Is this what we're seeing now from the home builder impact? Shit, I hope not. I hope not. It includes a main bedroom with a walk-in robe, ensuite, a double garage, 3 bathrooms, in-ground swimming pool with water fountains, stone kitchen tops with designer appliances. So, you know, a nice house. A rescue truck, which specializes in structural damage, was taken to the scene. A New South Wales Fire Services spokesman told NCA Newswire. Neighbours told the Daily Telegraph they were startled by what sounded like an explosion or a car crash in the middle of the night. I mean, look at that. Shit, the whole thing crumbled. I wonder how much of this is being held together by the bracing of the roof sheeting screwed to the frame, keeping a lot of it up. You'd be surprised how much that can do. It shouldn't be doing that. Christopher Benjamin rents the house next door and said he was terrified when he realized his own home was built by the same builders of the collapsed home. I was scared to get into my house this morning, he said. I'm nervous, but the owner told us it's a different design. It doesn't matter if it's a different design. What matters was the structure built as it was designed. You can design whatever you want, but when it comes to actually fabricating on the site, who's supervising the builder? Who's supervising the certifier? Is it a traditional procurement where the architect goes and checks on the site, or where a project manager is checking the builder? Or is it a design and construct where the builder takes all the responsibility? Or is it where everyone's novated under the builder, so you piss off the builder and you never get any work with them again? I lost a client pushing hundreds of thousands. I think 700 grand we made from them in 1 year, because I didn't agree with the way they wanted to detail the junction between two buildings, because it would result in a waterproofing issue, which can kind of cause mold and health issues in a hospital. You kind of don't want that, do you? Are you rewarded for taking a stand like that in those situations? No, you're not. That's the problem with this mess. It's the way it's procured too. So yeah, it's a different design. An exclusion stone has been erected around the home and partially onto a neighbor's property. The residents will be unable to re-enter the home. And Adam Dewberry from New South Wales Fire and Rescue told 9 News there was very little that could be done due to the damage. It's pretty unusual, he said. It's a very new home. Yeah, what's happened? Something has to have happened. I think I saw some comments that it may have been on a 100mm wall. So a brick veneer, but I don't think that's this. That may be another project. There's another one that's collapsed. I'm wondering if it's the same one. I'm assuming it's the same one, hopefully. We don't have these things happening that often in Australia. So that's a good thing. This isn't a regular occurrence. So what's occurred here will have to be investigated by the regulators and other authorities, and no doubt owner and insurance. The New South Wales Building and Better Regulation Minister, Anulak Chant Divong, told the Sydney Morning Herald that New South Wales Fair Trading and Emergency Services would investigate why the house collapsed. The report will look at the whole building site and what caused it to collapse. I don't want to preempt the findings of the investigation, he said. Now, is this... I'm just going to check. I'm going to check what I shared on Twitter here, because I'm assuming it's the same one. And we'll jump over here, because it was Think Property that shared it. Is this? Yeah, this is the same. Is that the same property? Yeah, I mean, we'll have a look here. Look there. Have a look there, the balcony there, and we jump. Yeah, I'd say it's the same. And you can see some of the footage here, looking at the damage. I mean, there's some structural elements there. And what's he said in the comments? 10 tons relying on 100mm of brick wall. I'm told this builder has built over 100 homes in Condell Park. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, oh, look at... Shit. So we'll have to have a look. Keep an eye on what's happening here with this investigation. I mean, you can't have the the 100mm brick wall. I mean, that's not what it's meant for. It's not how it works. Let's have a bit of a talk about this one, guys. So, there we go. Fortunately, the family got out. They were safe. There has to be a structural defect that occurred here. Maybe some structural element was missed. Maybe something wasn't built properly. We'll have to see. I mean, normally when the engineers design the structure for a house, they over-engineer it. There's an allowance for a bit of tolerance. That's just built into their calculations. Is this what's happening when you overheat the market, guys? You tell me. I'm feeling a lot better with my slow owner builder things. So at least I know every bit of Rio and dowel that's getting bloody well cast into the concrete. I'm doing it myself. There you go, guys. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Check out Heise BIM and Heise Does. And thankfully, no one died in this accident. It could have been a terrible disaster. If you want to support the channel, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And I'll see you all in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.